project, I'm using 3 large cream, I guess accented roses, as well as a rose bud. And these you can find at Hobby Lobby. They are half off this week, and generally they go half off every other week or what have you. I also have these pheasant feathers that are going to look so cute in this bouquet. My friend is getting married, and she's a hunter, believe it or not, and she wants feathers in her bouquet. And to match this color and some of the lighter colors in the feathers, the pheasant feathers, we found these little, they're called feather picks in Hobby Lobby as well. And these are really cheap, even when they're not on discount. They're 99 cents a piece, and I have 3. So we're going to be putting these all in the bouquet, and it is going to be beautiful. I'm so excited. So this bouquet is going to be covered in satin ribbon. So I'm actually going to end up cutting these 2 or pulling them off. Oh, they come right off. Just pop them off. Pull, pull, pull. And you might want to save these for the boutonniere, which actually this rosebud is going to be the boutonniere. So I would just save the leftovers, whatever you want to toss away, for the boutonnieres and stuff like that. So that's pulled off, and they still have a little bit of greenery, but not a lot to where it's overwhelming with the satin ribbon. So let me get started. The next thing that I'm going to do is I have them all bunched up, and I'm actually going to stagger these a little bit to where one rose is higher than the other roses, and stack it up like so. You kind of can tell. And then I'm just going to go in here with some really heavy duty pliers and just cut off the part that I don't want. And so she's going to want to, my friend's going to want to carry this with 2 hands, so I have to remember to leave enough room for both of her hands. So I'm going to cut right here, right underneath my hand. So that's probably right at that little nub. So here I'm cutting one, and I'm sorry if I go off screen a lot in this tutorial. It's because I'm trying to get a good look at my flowers. Okay, so there's one, and I want to make the next one longer. You're going to want to go ahead and start heating up your hot glue gun. So I already have mine on, and then this one's going to be lower than the other ones. So snip that off. This one's a little long. There we go. So they're all the same length. Not bad. And this is the first time I've ever made my own bouquet. So if it turns out where I'm needing help, please give me some advice. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, and I decided to go ahead and pull those off anyway, even though I said I wasn't going to, is I'm going to just stick these kind of this way and that in the bouquet. And we're also going to have to leave room for the pheasant feathers. So and what you might want to do is go ahead and hot glue these on to the stem, and that way it won't move while you're trying to adjust your flowers. So it gives it just enough, just extend it just enough where it's kind of peeking out. We don't want it to overwhelm the bouquet, but we do want it to show. So there is one. Next one's going to be just a little, my dogs are playing, sorry, and they're being extremely loud. Whoop, sorry. I'm going to take off a little bit more on this rose. I don't want them to be this, oop, that went flying. So there we go. Have some of that peeking out, and then glue it down. They are so noisy, I apologize. I have a Yorkie and a Lab, and they are a hoot. I call them my children. The one making all the noise is my Lab. Oh, and now they're in my room. There. So you have two that are glued on there, and that way you can just like position it any way that you want, and it will look beautiful wherever you're going to place it. So now now this one is the shortest. I'm going to see where I need to place it. And I'm going to put this one on the outside. Right here. Glue came off. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some more glue down. Okay, rearrange this. All right, so there we have it. I kind of got to play with it a little bit, so it's my tall ones in the there. So there's that, and then my pheasant feather, I'm just going to have a little bit poking out. Just the tip right there. So I'm going to glue this down. So it too will not be able to move. Okay, take your pliers and oh, this is tough. You might need the heavy-duty ones for this one. And snip. Make sure you don't get your fingers in there. It will hurt. Alright. So I have my bouquet. Yay! It's so pretty. Alrighty, I have 30 feet of satin ribbon, and this is the Robert Stanley collection ribbon. It's just some off-white, And I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So what you're going to have to do if you're attempting this with me is find out where you want all your flowers. And because it's metal, these they can move and adjust anywhere you want them. So just because they're glued doesn't mean that they have to stay there after you get your ribbon up. So that's where I want it, and I am going to kind of shove my ribbon between a flower just to help keep it just to start it. And we are about to have a storm, and that's why my alarm keeps going off. And believe me, it gets annoying, but my husband won't let me turn it off. Okay. So give yourself a little bit of space down here at the bottom so you can tuck it in, and you can even glue that part, which I might do. There we go. Ta-da! Beautimus.